Yo, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully the chat box works. Yeah, I know, potato. Yeah. I think it's trying to just load parts that don't exist yet. Let me make an announcement real quick. Hi Matrix, hi Bit. Alright, we'll get started here in a second. Is audio good, by the way? Maybe not anymore, Metas. Alrighty. I think we are all set. Hi, Solteri. Alrighty. So, we're gonna be finishing up some loose ends on the clan system. It almost works. It like functionally is fine. We just gotta like fix some glitches and add some other functionality as well. So, first things first, I want to add the system messages. So when someone leaves, joins the clan, kicks from the clan, promoted, etc. I have the system all done for it. You fix that too. Chat filter works, yeah. So we also need to make the edit button work. I want you to be able to click chats. We need to make it auto scroll down. Like I said, click chats, stuff like that. A bunch of like smaller things. And then like the core of clans will be done. I want to add some like functionality. Like I've been thinking of maybe ways of doing like, in a sense, Clash Royale donations. I'm trying to think of a good way to do it. I was thinking maybe like you could request like XP, like, you know, when like you merge parts like this or whatever. I was thinking maybe you could request people to fuse stuff for you, so like they could donate essentially a part and they would get XP for it, stuff like that. Dovik, it's actually using memory stores, which you have they are forced to have an expiration, and either expiration set as 24 hours. Thanks, Unity. Appreciate it. Hey, Cole. It's going. Kind of just getting started. Why are you wearing glasses? Because I blink a lot. And my eyes get really dry, and I find that this helps. They're just like blue light glasses. Oh, I also made more progress on the next tutorial video. Hey, Target. I'll give a little sneak peek of what I have for that. Because I made some more progress on it. Roblox projects fall apart as they grow. Let me turn this down. It's gonna be a little like Inception. Not because of bad code, but because of bad structure. This video breaks down how professional developers set up their games with organized folders, modular services, scalable UI, and essential packages. This is the next tutorial. For big teams. This is the exact structure that I use, and I'm gonna walk you through it step by step. Advanced tooling like VS Code and Rojo aren't required, but if you want to dive deeper into tooling, you should check out my previous tutorial video. Let's break down the structure behind the professional grade Roblox game. Game logic should be broken into services. Each service owns a slice of your game and manages related data and systems. For example, build service would handle placement of parts, while enemy service controls enemy spawning and tracking. Although not always required, each service is typically split into client and server versions with shared functionality or data placed in a utility module. This keeps your logic organized, makes debugging easier, and helps your game scale cleanly as it grows. So I've had that, and then I added all of this so far. First, we're going to create a shared folder. This will house our shared client game logic. Inside of shared, create a services folder. Each service will have a dedicated folder assigned to it for easy scalability. In this example, I will create a build service. The client version of each service will live here, along with any needed shared utility scripts. We must place the server versions of each service under server script service in order to prevent exploiters from downloading sensitive server code. Our build services hierarchy setup is now complete. Here's an example with multiple services. Like I mentioned earlier, some services don't need client and server versions, as you can see with part We're almost done. Ideally, all related code would live together for easy access. Here's what I use on the right. However, the server code must stay within non-replicated containers, as mentioned earlier. To remedy this, I created a VS Code tool that automatically maps scripts to their correct container while allowing everything to live together. This is what I use. This tool is available on my GitHub, link in the description. That's what I have so far. So we're getting there. Behind the scenes moment, yeah. Thanks, Sovik. Yeah, those videos are a lot of they're a lot of effort. like a ton of effort. Yeah, I don't care, Goblin. MBA on top. I don't know what that is. Yeah, Target. It's a ton of work. Clans need to get finished. Yeah, I will. I'll lock into this sec. We start stream, so. Yeah, and they need to be so, like, also catchy at the same time to get the target audience that I want. Sure, Umbra. I can show you. So typically I have like a Tigo, I literally already have that. I typically have like each slice for each thing, and I create my atoms using charm like this, just some states. And then I have some pure functions which change the charm atoms. I think it's bad practice to be changing the atoms directly in your UI code. I think it's a lot better to essentially do a functional approach like this by writing pure functions, and these are just actions essentially is what I named it, and then we just return the state and all, you know, those states and then your actions. No, it has Wally as well, Tigo. But this is essentially a charm slice, essentially. Yeah, Tigo, that tutorial has VS Code, Rojo, Wally, and GitHub as well. I don't use the VS Code icon extensions because I don't care. Classic YouTube, whatever. Tigo is unranked, and then his next chat is #1. How's clans going? It's going good. We did a test the other day. Yesterday? 2 days ago? We did a test, and things went actually pretty well. Yeah, okay, now that tutorial video is more just like a introduction into the space. There's obviously so much more that can be done, but I didn't want to overload with infinite knowledge. Just want to get them like set up. These promises, not as much as you'd think. No. Yeah. Yeah, Star. I fixed that though. Interesting. Yeah, I think I used promises like once in my entire code base so far. Okay, first things first, we're gonna make system messages. So promote, demote. That kind of stuff. RxX React is depreciated. You should use React Lua instead. So when we receive a new message, we are going to go to services, clan service client. When are you gonna do the speedrun stream? Just been too busy. And then we have the new chats. So clan messages have this type here, which corresponds to essentially here message, replay, system. Hey, ITR. they can have basically a table of data along with who sent stuff, their role, etc., etc. Going, we're kind of just getting started though. So when we get a new message in here, we call the add chat thing, which then adds this to here. Hey, chef. And this is all good. I'm fine with this. One small thing, when we do add a message, I want to make it so that it deletes messages that are over 50. 20 players per server. I'm thinking 25 in that range. 20 to 30, 20, I don't know, something like that. It just uses the Roblox provided chat filter. So whatever they suck at, it will suck at. 20, 25 is good. Yeah, 30 is probably too much, I agree. Okay, so let's remove any chat over like number 50. So shouldn't the player count be even? I don't think that really matters. So because this is a dictionary, it's actually not... We should essentially create a queue, right? Instead of it being a dictionary. So current messages should be a queue. We can remove this dummy data that I just had for testing as well. What's the most up-to-date data package? Are you talking about like saving and loading data, like through data stores? Hey, Derp. Yeah. So, yeah, Derp, we're working on clans. So, essentially, you're able to promote and demote members. What's, Mattis, what clan are you in? Let me join your clan. If Mattis is still here. Or Potato. I forget, I need a leaderboard. Beta testers. Okay, yeah. So here's their clan, and Mattis, could you promote me? Nah, I'm good, bro. Oh, when you join a clan, how are they already in clans? We were testing it a bit yesterday. You don't see me? Oh, yeah, it might take a second. It, like, caches the results. What game is this? This is, the game I've been working on called Crash Bots, inspired by, the mobile game Cats. What headphones are you using? It's like the Razer, will there be a page for listed search results? There'll be like a leaderboard, yeah. Maybe it doesn't work because you're in studio. I don't know. Game name. It's not out yet. But essentially, we have these clans, and you're able to promote and demote people. And you can view their profiles. Even like I'm in studio right now, and you know, in my own session, I'm able to view people in my clan's data, their bots, stats, stuff like that. See what parts they have. Got an interesting one here. So that's pretty cool. And there's gonna be like a whole elo system. It's a good win-loss record, that is. Thanks, Split. Appreciate it. You see me? Promote me. Hey, Mr. Gaming. Yeah, the chat won't work in studio though. Yeah, metas. Are there gonna be part bonuses like in cats? Yes, there will be. Where am I from? I'm from Minnesota. You don't use some sort of spring like React Spring for the models. When the crate's open over just normal tweens, it seems you're using. That'd be a nice touch. The actual crate opening is an animation, so like when I go here, this is just a literal Roblox animation. If that's what you're talking about. So I can't really use React Springs there. Want to ask, how do you use the React script in Roblox Studio? Is it like just get it from upgrade storage, or other steps? Are you talking about like where to put it? Typically, you keep all of your packages in a folder like this, and you would have like my React is here. Yeah, loaner. Everything you see there is an animation, or yeah, is an animation. I explained that in one of my devlogs actually. Get it from like the toolbox. I think there you can just download the RBXM off the GitHub page if you aren't using a package manager like Wally. Okay, hopefully I got promoted there, and we can test these messages. It's a little funky because the data stores save in from studio to live, but memory stores and messaging service do not, I believe. I know messaging service for sure doesn't. I don't know if memory stores do or don't. So when we add chat here, what I wanted to do was make it so that it will delete any chat past 50th. So instead of just setting it like this, I'm gonna add a so it's kind of tough because actually we are using the unique ID inside of Clan Thunks. When we send a message, we have a pending unique ID. Roof key, edge. remove the key pending, yada yada yada. I guess what we could do, it'd be really inefficient to do that, but no, it'll be server wide, odd blur. Think of it almost like Clash of Clans battles. It'll be similar in the sense to that, where you can battle people even if they're not online. Yes, the battles are deterministic. Nice. So essentially, I want to remove the 51st message, but we essentially need to know. Oh, okay. What we could do is, so right now we have a dictionary, and I don't want to change this to an array because we're actually using the key in a very important way. What we could do is just have a separate, hey Baldy, a separate sorted message, sorted messages, and this would just, let's just give it a table, and it would be type, it'll be an array, like so. It will be an array sorted in the order that it was joined, so essentially a queue. And we'll essentially push and pop things from this queue, and the actual value will be the corresponding unique ID here. So we have two different data structures, but I actually think this is a really good way to do it. So when we add a chat, we essentially need to say if sorted messages, number of sorted messages is greater than 50, 50 being the number of max messages. So we should probably create like local max messages 50. So if number of sorted messages, number of sorted messages is greater than max messages, then we need to essentially delete them. And instead of actually doing a sorted or an if check, we can actually just do a for loop here. We can say for I is equal to number of sorted messages, comma max messages, comma -1. And then this would actually just skip it if this is essentially less than that. Right? Actually, I need to double check. I equals 30, 40, -1, and okay, yeah, so that just skips it. But then if we were to do, it's weird because you can't do the actual conditional statement here like you can in C or C++, which I wish we could do the conditional. So I wasn't sure if it was gonna like error out because I can't say I is less than. If I were to do like 41, then we get, yeah. I see automatically scales. Thank you. I have a GitHub repository that has my auto scaling code on it. If you want to check that out, link is in the description. And then we can simply just remove So I guess, oh. So anytime we add a new message, it'd go to the front because we're gonna pop from the back. Okay. It's whatever. So we would just have to say table remove sorted messages. This would remove from the back. Which means we need to push to the front, like so. That should... Unique ID should always be exist, but that's gonna yell at this now. Man chat server. Let's say we don't have unique ID. Message. Let's just make an incomplete export type. Incomplete. And it will have essentially this, but it won't have unique ID. It won't have T. And then we will say CLAN message is this, and unique ID and T. Like so. And then we can grab type incomplete CLAN message. Then CLAN message incomplete. We could do incomplete CLAN message, and then we will say local CLAN message equals incomplete CLAN message, and we can force this type like so. Now everything's happy. Oh, everything isn't happy. This seems to be incomplete. Because we essentially set the ID and the time it was sent here. Right. Okay. Makes sense to me. And then the chat unique ID is guaranteed. This is essentially a global unique identifier, whatever it's called. So we insert this in the front, correct? Table insert goes to the front. And we confirm. It's just the provided value. Just pause default. Appends the provided value to the end of the array. So we need to actually set the 1 here. Okay. Okay. And then we need to remove it. if the chat exists, then we need to remove it from messages, but we don't actually want to update messages until here. So what we can do, this will update it regardless. So instead of using the sift here, we can actually take advantage of the fact that this won't actually update when we do this. This does not actually send an update because we're returning the same value that we had before. The sift functionality always returns a new table. And we can, if not. Except this has to exist, so that's fine. Looked at your many repos and so I use npm. Haven't tried it out, and I am very inexperienced with JavaScript and that kind of stuff. What you're probably referring to is this genroho tree, and this whole thing, I'm assuming, is what you're referring to. And I'm pretty inexperienced with that kind of stuff, but I was able to until the general tree was really interesting. Yeah, it's definitely, I haven't seen anyone else have a system like it, but I really like it. Just auto maps everything for me, but allows me to have all the services in the correct spot, like build service here. Client, service, and utils are all right next to each other in VS Code, but then inside of here, the actual service version, you have client and utils under replicate storage, and then the service version, the server version is automatically mapped under server, which is what you want. But then everything is nice and tidy in the actual dev environment. I've had tons of people message me about it, Jay, but not interested. How did I do that? It's on my I have a GitHub repo for it, Fiverr. It's the genroho it's the genroho. Sorry, I had to ban that guy. It's the genroho repository. It's a tool I made essentially that just takes advantage of being able to map out your I can't speak today. Your default project JSON. If you have, like, essentially it writes out all of this for you, your default project JSON. If you have stuff in here that's like custom, it will just erase it. So definitely you'd have to modify the genroho script right here, what your actual tree is, but this is just what I use. I do plan on eventually cleaning that up someday and making it more user-friendly, because I think it's a really good way to go about things. Yeah, I would probably just... It's awesome, Luca. Okay. So essentially what we did here is we are removing any old messages from the sorted messages array. And this, since we're returning the same value that we pass in, it will not cause an update, which is actually what we want. Then we essentially push a value to the front of the sorted messages array. And only then are we actually returning a new value here, which in this case, it would actually send an update. So theoretically, it would remove old messages, I hope. And when you call table remove, this actually passes back the value it removed. It's a cool use case. I actually love when I can do this. Saves a line of code, but I feel like it looks really clean. Okay, and then for the actual messages, we need to go to our UI, features, clans, components, clan chat page, clan chat message. Subcav. Did you add censoring into the chat messages? Yeah. Yeah, that was a little oopsie. Yeah, maybe I'll check it out later. Indian? I don't know if I do AFK. Wouldn't the message cap always be one off? Probably, but that's fine. Freak, I would personally never go back to using Roblox Studio. I want to... We just straight up create client chat message. Okay. So inside of here... This is a typical clan chat message, but we want to do... This is just like a normal message. So actually, let me do this. Local function Normal message? I don't know. And what I'll do is if props dot type does not equal, actually, okay. Inside the real place, not studio. Yes, Martin, you would. You would get charged. In studio, you don't, though. Rip Carlos. Thanks, AFK. I've used Fusion on previous projects and I liked it. I'd say React is a lot harder to learn. Are you trying to test if your game passes like functionally work or if purchasing them work? That's I do React. Oh, well then yeah, it will be actually very easy for you to pick up. It's almost so they tried to make it like a one-to-one port. But if you don't have any experience with React, then it will be pretty challenging. Yeah, nice. Yeah, you should probably have no issues learning it then. Actually, let's keep this the same. It's gonna look a little weird. I'm kind of just gonna wrap this in itself, but it's for a good cause. Okay. We have colors, which is in the data. So actually, we can do local HSV. Wait, is it HSV or is it RGB? When we send I think it's RGB. Because you can't send color 3s through JSON. You have to send their values individually, so like each component of it in RGB. So I think I did RGB, but I might have done HSV. I want HSV, but recognize me from TikTok? I don't have TikTok, so probably not me. It's in clan chat server. Any other color than that? Yeah. Each like when you get kicked, it's red. When you get promoted, it's I don't know what other color. You get demoted, some other color. And system message. So it is RGB. Okay, that's fine. I think that's actually good. It's better fortified because we have Selene, which has other better things on top of what Roblox does as well. Yo, it's a good idea, Ducks. We could maybe add like gardens in it too, where you like plant stuff and it could like grow offline. That'd be cool. Sorry, I said we're gonna add gardens and make them grow offline. We can call it like grow a garden or something like that. Pivot. So Nordic. I am from Minnesota. Okay. So what do we want this to actually look like? Probably we have the HSV, the background color. Would just be the color, which is fine. Then we're gonna put a React create element UI stroke. And this will actually be white. And inside of the stroke, we will have element UI gradient. Zero saturation means white, right? We keep hue the same. Thanks, Kevin. Value, we clamp min value this 0.5. And then this, keep that the same, but then we divide value by like 3, so it gets much darker. Okay, so this will be a gradient from essentially bright, like the same color but like lighter, down to essentially a dark version of that color. And then inside of the actual button, so inside of here, we can do the actual text label. And the color will be that, but then the stroke. Text size, no. Oh, the brightness go away, okay. Don't need any of those, it's all defaults. And then the that's good. And then we want the actual, I want this to be like 0.9. The stroke needs to be color equals color 3 from HSV. This divided by like 5, so it'll be very dark. Thickness, probably okay. I think that's fine. Doesn't work in test. Oh, that's interesting, Martin. What I typically do is, because a lot of the times you need to know if they own the Game Pass on a whim, and you don't want to wait for the sync call. So I typically have, if they own the Game Pass or not, stored inside of their data. What are you drinking? It's iced coffee. That way you can just immediately access it, like, without having to do an async call. And then obviously it updates and checks on join if they bought it outside, like on the store page, that kind of thing. More checks, yeah. Okay, so this system message should theoretically work. We will see though. Okay. It did actually work, but way too wide. Oh, this needs to be like 0.8. And we want the hover scale to be 0. Or 1, I guess. Okay, UI corner needs to be way more, and the actual color here isn't very good. We can maybe have a gradient on the inside. Maybe we do the UI corner. Oh, we didn't do a UI corner. That's why it doesn't look like there's... Okay, I don't like it fully curved. We can do like something like that. Okay, that's too much. This is 40, so it'll be 20 on. Okay, that's better. But yeah, I want to do a gradient on the inside. Also, auto button color needs to be turned off. I do use HorseCat. I just am being lazy and not setting up a story right now. Is this the right thing? Yeah, okay. Robot color. Let's keep the value the same and make the saturation like that. See what that looks like. Not bad. It's a little too green, but that's fun. Okay, that color does not look good, but we can update it. They're blue light glasses. Oh, that color is gonna be okay. That's kind of funny. Okay, these colors don't look very good, but it's a bit better. I don't know if Star is still here, but they're my guinea pig for this. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, Loner, it's an absurd amount of work. Like, actually an absurd amount of work that's gone into this. Yeah, I didn't make this a scrolling frame. I was a big, dumb idiot. I don't know why I didn't make this a scrolling frame. I gotta do that still. Okay. So system messages are good. That is one thing knocked out. How integral are clans gonna be for gameplay? I think it's gonna be a similar level, or in theory, I want them to be a similar level to Clash Royale clans, which I would say is actually pretty important in Clash Royale, and I don't think they will be that important, but do you think it's gonna be worth the effort? I don't know, to be completely honest. This is something I've always wanted to do, so there's definitely some passion behind it. But I really wanted to focus a lot on the social aspect of the game, because that's something I've struggled with a lot in my previous games. Did you create those hover effects, or are they built in direct? No, they're created. Exactly, Fiverr. That's my complete thought process. Is inherently this game is going to be pretty solo based. You know, you have your bot, and sure you can like see other people and I guess battle them potentially, or you will be able to battle them, but it's not like you're working together in a sense like a two-player obby where you know you're linked to someone. That's the drastic example, right? So I'm trying to make the social element very important because it's one of the key elements that goes into the algorithm now. And I mean, just inherently, games are more fun when you play with friends. Oh, really, DT? I'll have to check it out. It is an absurd amount of work, Fiverr. You don't see it in many games. Yeah, it's because it's legitimately an absurd amount of work. I showed this last stream, but I'll show it again here. This is my branch for clans. So this is comparing clan service to main. Here is all of the code. So almost 4,000 new lines. You can look through all the code. I'll just scroll through it quickly. Of all of the what we've implemented so far. This is only in the clans branch. And like, yeah, lines of code don't mean anything, but it's also a lot. Yeah, I was actually thinking something like that, some type of clan battle. And yeah, that's exactly correct, Fiverr. Most games have social stuff in the core loop. Exactly. And that's why I'm trying to promote, even down to like how the lobby is set up. I'm trying to make it in a way like, oh, you can go over and interact with things to open up a build menu instead of just standing still and clicking build. Like, you still can stand still and click build, but seeing players move around in the lobby makes the game feel more alive and more social. Being able to click and see people's bots in the lobby makes it feel more alive and more social. Like, you can literally click on people, you could trade with them, battle them, look, view their clan, then be like, oh, who's this guy? Let me see their bot. Oh, I like this bot. What do they have? Yada, yada, yada. Maybe I should join this clan, and then they're sucked in, essentially. Start, rejoin. Shakes and Fidget is a great game to take inspiration from. Oh, look it up. Shakes and Fidget. What is it? Oh, maybe I have to look up a video or something. I can't really tell based off this. Okay. So that worked. The system messages. I was actually thinking of doing something like that, Martin. I was thinking of doing something like exactly like that. That'd be cool. Interesting. That's not a bad idea, Fiverr. Definitely would be something to consider. Okay. Next up, let's make it so that when you send a message, it scrolls down. And when you receive a message too, I suppose. Yeah, that's definitely a good shout. Conveyors. That's true. Okay, that was easy. Yeah, Star. It's I have it setting when you join to put your clash level to 1. Like the first thing you do when you join. So that's it's just doing that for testing. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. My most popular game, I would say, I mean, my most played game is Defenders Depot 1. That has 100 million plays. Peaked at 16k concurrents. My most recent game is Tower Defense RNG, which has done quite well as well. Not necessarily a number of plays or even peak concurrents, but monetization wise, it's done quite well. That peaked at 13k. And it has, I actually have no idea how many plays it has. Over 30 million, I think. Put the whole squad in this. Yeah, squishy. Okay, let's put this in a scrolling frame. That'd be smart. And info. Clan info players. I also worked on brand games and stuff too, like the Jaws game, which didn't do that well, but for various different reasons. But it was coded well, and it's visually amazing. The gameplay kind of sucked, which not on me. I was just the programmer for that game. That fell into the trap of big studios coming to Roblox and thinking they can do the same stuff they do off of Roblox on Roblox. The Game Beast guy, yeah. Xander. He didn't actually work on the game. He hired me to work on it. But yeah, Xander. What do you think about Game Beast? I mean, I haven't actually used it. Boss Studios? I don't think so. There we go. Crazy statement target. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, it did. It did revert. I know. I kind of liked the other colors, but it reverted back to these colors. Jandel trying to recruit you. Yeah, he messaged me. Well, Dubig has messaged me too many times. No, Dubig always tries to buy games and stuff like that. That's what I meant. So they have like a bajillion different people that message, and they're all like Dubig related. So you turn one of them down, and a different person will message you. Are the offers least decent? No. Yeah, syntax. Thanks, Hef. Appreciate it. That's a very real statement target. Very reals. Thanks, Invil. Okay, so that made a slight issue, which is kind of annoying. How do we fix that without messing everything else up? Do they hire people to work on the games we acquire? Typically, yeah. Huh, how should I do this? The issue is that the context menu is a child of the button, and it's being clipped. It's being clipped by the scrolling frame now. So basically, my only option is to move the context menu outside and essentially have a reference to the selected button and set the context menu's position. based on the button's position. I think if there's a project that's in a mature state, that it will be quite the hassle, quite the project to switch, but yeah, that's a known bug, Star. Sorry. Ah, that's annoying. Because then it's like when you scroll, we also need to be updating it. Can you just subscribe to the absolute position changed? Hey, DJ. Yeah, there will be something in the map for clans. This whole section here is going to be dedicated to clans, like a hub. It'll have like the leaderboards and stuff like that as well, like physical leaderboards. Ah, man, that's annoying. Okay. Well, wait. I have a good idea. I'm gonna make the scrolling frame much bigger. Like, oh no, that won't. Well, because then you'd be able to scroll over here, and that'd be really hacky. I was gonna say I could extend the scrolling frame all the way out here, and then it would still show. But then, like, if you try and click edit, the scrolling frame would be overlaid on top of it, which we don't want. Use the index. No, it's being cut off by the scrolling frame. Like, I guess you could use z-index for this. Like, these buttons would have a higher z-index than the scrolling frame. You'd still be able to scroll over here, which I think would be weird. Like, you'd be able to scroll up and down right here. Yeah, DJ. Yeah, we need to cut these off. Or just scale them. Yeah, we're just gonna have to grab a reference to the current one. Star, send the send errors if there are any in the Discord. Yeah, you can just make a clan public. Brawl Dev. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, Illusions. Yeah, kind of an annoying fix though, to be fair. Events scaled harder to work with. Also, automatic size in scrolling frames doesn't work with scale very well. Yeah, I think scale is a big bait that big Roblox conned all developers into using. I don't know, Unity. Typically, if a script gets over a couple hundred lines, I'm breaking it into multiple different scripts. Like my clan script, clan service server was sitting at like 400 or 500, then that just became too much, and I had to break it into multiple things. So you see here, clan request server, clan chat server, clan action server. Yeah. The functions files within the server. Essentially Earth, yeah. Yeah, Unity. It's a package manager. So you get profile service through Wally instead of manually adding it to your game. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people recommend Argon. I haven't personally used it though. But maybe it's better. To put your packages into Wally. You just essentially create a repo and run Wally publish. How do you edit data for users offline with profile service? Well, essentially you have to use their data store key, however you have that set up. But using my data service that I have, which is publicly available, you can just set the key, or set your user ID to set whatever user ID you want to play as, essentially. Because when I made my data service, I just haven't updated it to profile store yet. If you're making a gift system, profile service actually has a I know this is still profile service, but just there is global update profile async. This is like made for gifting. And I've used this for gifting before. So I would look into that. There's this whole global updates section, I believe. Right? Yes. Yeah, the primary intended use of global updates is to support sending GIFs. Like, it is made for this. And I've used this before. That's actually how I do my gifting system in one of my other games, is using that. Or do you have the client store data? Shouldn't it be fetched and some signal functions? The client has a replicated version of the server's data. So instead of every time you wanting to see the client's currency, you just do data.currency and you would get the currency. And it is automatically replicated from the server. So it's just like, yeah. Not for hire, sorry. Yeah, it's yours. I can't level up past 10 because there's only one clash right now, Star. Sorry, I haven't made any other ones. So instead of selecting, just cross 4.3k lines in game, how many does yours have? Let's check. It has 24.8k. This is not including packages, so packages are not. Yeah, Star, go for it. We have the blue here. I don't know. Doesn't need to be like a 1-to-1. Hi, Astro. No, it's manual requires. You can't use modular loaders. They lose all intelligence. So instead of it being a selected, yeah, what is? What the hell? What is this? How'd you do that? What? What the hell? Oh, you auto click it. Oh, because it springs up each time. You auto click it a ton. That's funny. The super wheel. Okay, so instead of selected user ID, we are going to do selected ref. Like, we just need a reference to... Wait, how do we do that, though? How do we change what the ref is? Maybe we don't actually use... I guess what we could do is instead of sending the ref, we only send the absolute position. That would be a lot easier. Look at the React docs. Yeah, Earth, what I do is this. You can do type of itself to get all of the function declarations. And then any members, you can just union the types together. Like this. Like I add the networker object. Yeah, it automatically grabs all of the functions that are defined like this. Like when I do like self.last. Oh, like when I do self.networker, like when I create it in my init, I create it like this. If that's what you mean. Like you create it like this, but you also need to add it to the type. Yes, you would add them just below this. Good, like that. Okay. I'm thinking of using the changed. And then doing React dot change dot absolute position. And then I would just do button dot, and this would be an image button dot absolute position. And then we could have a would we want to use a binding? And we just do if props dot selected user ID equals snippet dot user ID, then we would set the position. So inside of context frames, don't need button ref. We would just have the position. Would be a React dot binding, like so. Dude, this sucks. What? I don't like this. I would way rather just keep it how it was and have the crappy scrolling frame. Yeah, I have a bachelor's degree in computer and electrical engineering. Yeah, dude, this sucks. Screw this. We're going back. We're going back. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna do the cheeky solution that works and is 100 times easier. Horizontal alignment would be right. And then the size anchor point would be 1 position, 1 size, like 1.3. Okay, then we need to move it over just a little bit. Oh, wait, we need to add a padding on the right. Then can we make this background transparency? I just want to see what we're doing. About 2.5 months now. Okay, and then let's just move it in a bit and just call it a day and not worry about being able to scroll slightly. Thanks, Acre. Appreciate it. I don't use inheritance like ever. Inheritance is inherently terrible in Lua. I use composition all the time though. Inheritance plus composition? What do you mean, syntax? Well, I can't really do much about that. You use them both. I mean, you can, but it kind of is the same thing. Like, why? Inheritance just isn't all that. We need to add a padding bottom. Probably like 30. There's split glasses. It's fine. It doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be perfect. No one's gonna quit because this clips a little bit. I'm just gonna remind myself. No one's going to quit because of that, right? Oh, that bugs me so much, but who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? No one cares. No one cares. No one cares. No one cares. Oh, make chat slide down. We did that. I don't know, it's UI. Okay, a couple different things we do next. Button icons. Chat notifier. Edit info. Maybe we do the side button icons first. Like these icons. We need chat info. I think. Do we want to do leaderboards here too, or no? Or should that be in the clans area only? And then we also need like requests. But maybe that should be not actually in clans. I don't know. About 2.5 months. Why would we fuse parts? To make them stronger? Easily get started from the crate. I mean, you got some work to do on balancing it. Definitely got some work to do there. Fly with the hound. I witness. Yes. We're probably good on testers for now. We'll probably add some more once plans and profiles and actually battling is out, like PvP. Just because the testers have kind of tested everything that there is to test so far. Oh, come on. Nice. If I don't get one shot, I win. But I definitely might just get one shot. I think I will. Yep. I already know the cause star. It's when you get to a high enough level where it tries to face you against bots that don't exist. Like it tries to give you the next tier, but we only have like green parts. Okay, we're gonna do side button. Let's open up Figma. Yeah, DT, that's my goal. Quick dopamine. That's good to hear. No loaner. So it's actually it's using memory stores for the clan chat, which have an expiration date. And using messaging service to communicate between servers, but to actually store the chats, messaging service. And it's just tied to the clan ID, not to player profiles. Yeah, memory stores are way more efficient, much have much better data handling. What's the expiration on date? Expiration date on messages? They just last 24 hours right now, but I mean, I could theoretically make them last longer. Where did you say Star? Oh god, I'll delete it. Okay. So for chat, we're probably just gonna do a simple thing like this. I'm just actually just gonna yoink this real quick. How do I make... Oh, I have to flatten, and then I can do this. I'm making the icons for the button. This. Should we put a drop shadow on these? Maybe? I think that's good. With shadow? Maybe we down the blur. I would like it more with less blur, I think. I'm fine with that, like that, actually. That looks good. Yeah, that's good. Okay. And then the I, or the info, I was thinking just an I. Literally the letter I. In some. What does the builder sans I look like? Is it any good? No. There's like a very specific I I'm looking for. Oh, maybe I want lowercase. Like one of these. Oh, what was that? Oh, that one actually kind of matches the style, though. Okay, what if I just take this and modify it? Take this and flatten it. And then do this. Like that. Add those verts. You just double click, and that goes into like vertice adding mode, and then in the middle of two verts, you can always like add one. And then we take this, copy the fill, paste it, copy the stroke, paste it. And copy the drop shadow. I think that stroke should have been way more. Oh. Why? Why does it move the whole thing? Bruh. Yeah, well now it's too big. I want the dot to be up more. Okay, let's do it like this. Okay. And then the drop shadow. Nice. No, anything on the test will be wiped on release. Hey, Tremendous. I'm not sure I know what you mean, Doctor. Into C-frame? Into C-frame. I don't know. I mean, the docs do a pretty decent job. Hey, that's awesome, Tremendous. Okay, and then on the actual buttons, it'll be CLANS, on screen, button. I've been thinking I should make it so that these essentially have like this. Okay, so we created the buttons like this. And now it would be button name, and this would be button props. Layout order is that layout order. Page name, button name, that's fine. If it's visible though. I mean, I'd rather actually just send this menu button props like that. Yeah, it's only for auto completion. Okay, activated prop set page, yada yada yada, and then if that and that, the actual icon. And then down here, we no longer take on-side button activated. We don't care about that anymore. Okay, and then visible. If it's not visible, then we hide it. Crazy concept, right? Okay, and then we need the actual icon as well. React, like that. Scale type fit. We'll probably have a icon scale. And then in here, do local icon scale. Okay. Then okay, yeah, so too big, kind of what I figured. Make that smaller. Default that down like 0.66. That looks like I'm not ever gonna make a course. I think courses are scams. Yeah, Nutella. Double major. No, it was like combined into both. It was, like the major was computer and electrical engineering. Hey, Snow. Icons still look a little big. TBH. Stop, Copilot. No one asked. The actual driver in the cars. I've been thinking about that. we might need to move the eye up just a little bit, but then besides that, we're chilling. Icon position. Looks good to me. Sorry, Star. Hi, Crunk. Crunk. Okay, let's... That doesn't look the greatest, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Am I hiring now? Looking for testers. There's a small bunch of testers that we got. Okay, let's make that scrolling frame background. Clash info players, background transparency 1. And IP, our donations off. Just haven't set them up. Don't really feel the need. Sorry, Star. It goes down, so it shouldn't really matter. I decided no one's gonna quit playing because it's cut off, and I'm not gonna spend my time fixing it. Yeah, this is completely solo. All scripting, all UI, all models, all animations, all game design, all everything. Hardest part for me so far. I mean, genuinely, I would say this clan system has been more time consuming than the physics engine. Yeah, illusions. That is annoying. Physics engine took like 2 weeks. I guess I was like tweaking it here and there, but like the bulk of it was like 2 weeks. The whole clan system is just like, there's so much front end, which I think is the more time consuming part. Front end takes forever, dude. I don't use inheritance really ever. I have like a pseudo inheritance in sense where I've showed this like once before, but in my physics engine, so we have circles and polygons. Those are the two, like, and then everything is created out of those, and they inherit the object class, except it's not inheriting in the sense where it's using metatables. It just, if I go to circle, itself is object new, but object new just returns a table. It's not actually a metatable. And then when we want to use the functions, essentially what we do is just set circle, set orientation as object. It's not the best way to do it, but it's better than using metatables for inheritance. But that is the extent of all of my inheritance code on here, because I think it should be composition just works. Okay. Side buttons, side button icons. Boom. Okay. Next up, we could either do the chat notifications on here, or CLANS is gonna say free. Yeah, probably. We also need to do the editing still. We need to do. What else do we need to do? Is that what other games do? Pet Sim does that? Damn. We could do the chat notifying, editing info. That doesn't work yet. Or in chat, I want you to be able to click on messages, and that same context menu pops up. You'd also be able to delete messages as well. Okay. I'm gonna grab something to drink. I'll be right back. Alright. I'm back. What's their name? Nico. NPC. Oh dang, there's a lot in here. What is this? Handman? Were you running out of ideas? Oh my god. These are pretty good though. Like actually. What is the cookie verse? I don't know what that is. This is pretty solid. I like this one a lot actually. Gladiator. Clown is really good too. So is this caveman. Yeah, these are actually pretty solid. The kid. Ernest. Oh god. No, these are good. These are good. I'll definitely use some of those. Ernest, the final boss. Yes. The legend Ernest. I love that. Handman. Handman is crazy. Okay. We need to decide if we are doing leaderboards in the clans menu or leaderboards over here or both. Maybe we could start building the clans area. That sounds like fun. Delta Mox, welcome back, dude. It's funny start. Start building. Okay. Yeah, I'm in the building mood. Why not? Too complicated to animate. We will see. Alright, what do we want this to look like? I was thinking kind of just like a circle, like hub thing. Wait, let me pull up some references. I haven't built anything in a long time. Assets, images, concepts. I'm thinking like almost like a kiosk desk kind of thing. Let's now we're gonna get all the builders in chat roasting me. Wait for it. I haven't built anything in a minute. It's been a while. Okay, I think they should like open up. Like almost like a square, like because like this should be like a straight bay, because it's gonna be like literal bays. Yeah, I wonder. That would make sense. I almost want this to go out that way. So like if I were to do this. Oh, yeah, that's actually exactly what I wanted. Perfect. And row builder in there? True. I do this, and then we open it up from there. Hey, Strike. What's up, dude? There's what. We might honestly want to open it up sooner. Yeah, I did illusions. Oh, that's fine, Earth. Yeah, Earth, you have to accept that they can put whatever they want and sanity check it. What are you making? We're gonna make the clans area here. I'm kinda just trying to figure out how I want that to end up looking. This new game, yeah. It is based off the mobile game Cats. you're familiar with that. Kind of like build a bot. How should I do this? Like, I want it to open up a bit, but I don't have hire professional builder. No. Do things the hard way on this stream. How do you change the point of rotation like that? You hold tab, and it's wherever your mouse is when you click tab. Maybe you gotta make this like way smaller. Something like that. Dogs. We're gonna have to fix all this lighting too. I know it, when you're close to lights, it's like absurd. The back of these bots. We'll fix that. Let me saw the F1 movie last night. It was interesting. I didn't like it as much as I thought I was gonna like it. Yeah, tremendous. It was uh it was a little too unrealistic, if that makes sense. I mean, I think their goal is to get like people who aren't familiar with F1 familiar with F1. And I think it will succeed in that goal. But I think for people who are familiar with F1 and the basic rules of F1, it's seemed a little far-fetched. The over-explaining, yeah. True. It's edited using Adobe Premiere Pro. What do you mean the placement values? Where Coke Zero right here. Yeah, I mean this all the crap that he played in the movie, like he would instantly get banned. Like he would not be allowed to race after pulling that. I don't know. That was my big gripe. I was like, uh, none of that would have been allowed. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I played cats. It's fine, dude. I'm not gonna be nitpicky on the lobby. Like, it don't matter. Like, actually. I know this probably doesn't look as good as it could, but I'm okay with that. Hello, Didi. Maybe aims. I think there's a lot that I can do with it. Something like this. My thought exactly, epics. When did you add CLANS? We've been working on it for the last like week. Do I like the most? Coding. Yeah, just go. Just keep practicing. Keep trying. It'll take time. Oh, wait. Oh. Yeah, sorry to any builders that are watching for all the crimes I'm committing right now. No. There aren't any unions in this. Oh, so bright. A lot of lights. Okay. Now it's too dark. I know. I will figure it out. We're gonna do the classic, everyone's favorite building technique. Not the shadow wall. Just too good. Neon? Does neon look better? Oh yeah, okay. PvP here. Okay. Roblox is my full-time job. But yeah. Your bot sucks, Illusions. I'll start everything. Bruh. This is good. Oh, rip. Okay, is this fine? Seems weird. Doesn't it? I do this to make it not feel weird. That doesn't work. How can I make this not feel weird? Or do I just like stick with it doing this? Like that doesn't work, but I don't know. Let's just try it. Hey, Coding Princess. It is going. We're building out the clan area right now, and lines look a bit weird. Yeah, I know. Why do clans need an area? I thought it would look cool. Like this is where like the clan leaderboards would be, stuff like that. I don't know. Yeah, this is in the lobby area. No, these are just blue light glasses. My eyes just get like really itchy and dry. They stare at the screen all day. Every day. I don't know. It's like a little weird because it's like this side, it goes like in, but I guess it kind of works. Like a little bit. I don't know. Like I could just rotate the whole thing and have it go this way instead. Maybe that's what I should do. Just add decorations, yeah. Like I could just take this, rotate it a bit, and then it would line up a little bit better. I want like a help desk kind of thing. Probably not, Eric. Oh, I want just a standard like help desk concierge. Maybe we should look up that. Concierge desk. Bruh. Can't find a decent reference. Yeah, you can change its density, I believe. Boosters are so good. I think their height force needs to be nerfed a bit. What do I lose? No. I made some good progress on it. The new tutorial. Yeah, Byron. It is really cool. Like the new tutorial video, I'm assuming, tremendous. I love the mid-air hit him with the. Oh no. Oh, if I would have survived that. The mid-air hitting with the hammer is pretty awesome. Yeah, it's a little OP. Oh, I'm definitely gonna lose this. Yeah. Rip. I know, I gotta get PvP in. I don't really want to build anymore. What time is it? It's 4:50 p.m. for me. Yeah, I'm in America, in Minnesota. Alright. I'm not really getting much accomplished, so I'm probably gonna end stream here. Kinda just dead. Your bot is pro now. That's better. Don't end stream. I think I'm gonna, unfortunately. Is the clan chat using messaging service? It's using like 5 different things. It's using messaging service, memory stores, and add blue tier. You add the name of your script, then .server and .lua. Would unions be allowed for car bases? No. I mean, technically it doesn't matter. Plugins? Or Alright. Yeah, I'm ending it. Are the car bases meshes? Yeah. They're just like a mesh I made. But that's it for me. I'm not getting anything done, so yeah. Or unions meshes. I mean, technically, like, unions are fine. It doesn't actually use the model itself. Everything is like internally in my own physics engine. Alrighty. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for hanging.